That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much longer.
Preseason edition. This is my first attempt at a video podcast, new format, same great reporting that you're used to. This season we have two new managers coming on with us, and you can trust me to get the information you need before the draft. I'm here with AJ Walton, a new member of Playoffs Fantasy League. AJ, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, well, my name's AJ, like you said. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Gates County, North Carolina, home of Billy Hoffman and the great Chris Umflett. Population 10,000 people. It's a great town. You should go there sometime. I'm a recent graduate of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and I don't have a job just yet, but hopefully by the time this takes place, I will be fully employed and having an income.
Are you excited for the draft coming up?
I am thrilled. I mean, Jimmy's been emailing me a lot, badgering me through phone calls, but, not a big deal to me. It motivates me to get ready for it. Motivates me to just really get excited about the league, and I really am excited about it. I'm pretty.
Speaking of motivation, lately, John Overbay has come out saying that new members of the league drafting in the 9th and 10th selection will not have a good chance of winning this year. How do you feel about that?
I've got a few words for John Overbay. Go to hell, John Overbay. It's not going to happen. This year, this 10th pick, I'm winning the thing, man. It's mine, Brent. I don't care what's happened in the past. I'm going to work hard, make sure my players on the roster when they need to be playing that week. I'm ready to pick, ready to win. Kicking ass and taking names.
Tell us a little bit about your draft strategy, AJ.
Well, the 10th pick, so my strategy is to get as many good players as possible before everybody else grabs them. What else? What do you mean by that question, Brent? That's the question.
Do you have a plan for who you want to go? Do you want to go 2 running backs? Are you more of that traditional theory, or do you like to switch it up sometimes?
I think I'm going to go for running back, definitely the first pick. Try to probably pick 2 running backs. Go with the quarterback right after that, hopefully. After that, I just kind of go where I think, where the good players are, how I'm going to get the most points and so forth.
So I'm here with Billy Hoffman, a new member to the 2007 Fantasy Football Playoffs League. Billy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Billy Hoffman. I'm from Gates, North Carolina. That's the same town as Chris Umflett's from. You probably don't know where it is, but whatever. I graduated from UNC Chapel Hill in 2006, and I'm working over at Duke with the PRMO. I know it's Duke, and we all hate the Blue Devils, but I like to think of it as I'm ripping them off of $32,000 every single year.
Are there any other members of the league that are from Gates, North Carolina?
Well, there's this other guy. He's new to the league, I guess, sort of like me, but you don't really need to worry about him. He's not going to be much of a thing. I think his name's like AJ, is that? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay.
So, tell me, what initially drew you to this league? Why do you want to be a part of the playoffs?
Well, last year I was in a league commissioned by Chris Umflett, and, it was a casual league. It was pretty fun, but I found myself taking it a little more seriously than all the rest of the players, so I decided it was time to join the professionals and get serious about it.
In your inaugural season, you've chosen the nickname Show Me the Money. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Brent, I am a movie aficionado. I have a collection that rivals Blockbuster, and it's growing daily. And Jerry Maguire is one of my favorite movies, and I thought it fitting to be Show Me the Money because it's one of my favorite quotes from a movie that talks about football and the success of a lowly, somewhat of a rookie trying to make his big break, and that's what I plan to do. I'm a rookie, and I'm going to break big in this league.
What are your goals for the upcoming season?
First place.
Would anything else suffice?
No, second place is first loser. Anything else is unacceptable.
All right, so now it's time for the last word. I have to start out with the Michael Vick situation, of course. Congratulations on going to the hole. I mean, you can't engage in that kind of behavior, Ron Mexico, all right? That's not cool. It's not cool to drown and electrocute dogs. I mean, who are you, some kind of sadistic freak, Hannibal Lecter? I'm going to need you to stop killing dogs, all right? That's just not going to work. But congratulations, you'll be headed to the hole. It'll be an all-expense-paid trip where you're going to find out the real meaning of your name, Slick Vic. Don't worry, though. You know you're my boy. I'm going to send you some soap on a rope just for your troubles, all right? And Speaking of troubles, we couldn't be through this story without Starberry getting in on there, having something to say. Umflett, I know Starberry's your boy, but he said, quote, "What's the big deal? I don't understand why it matters that he's killing dogs. People kill deers all the time." Deers? Really? Deers? I mean, I think you maybe should have paid a little more attention in second grade language arts there, Starberry. All right, that's just, that's completely ridiculous. I mean, you might have shoes that you're giving out, and it's really nice, but you pretty much negated anything that you've done well as a human when you say words like deers. He also said Michael Vick just possibly could have fell into dogfighting. You don't fall into a multi-million-dollar dogfighting ring. You don't fall into rape stands and picking dogs up by their legs and crushing them against the sidewalk until they're dead. That's not something that you fall into, but something that somebody did fall into this week. It brought the story of a Belgrade man. He was a Serbian in Belgrade for a beer festival, and he fell into a bear cage. Yeah, that's right, you heard me right. A bear cage, because that's something you really want to mix. A beer festival and a bear cage. Why would you ever plan a beer festival near a bear cage? But anyway, he must have had a few pops, got a little liquored up, thought, hey, maybe I'll meet this nice bear here. Well, you know what? Yogi was not down. Smokey the Bear was pissed off. Apparently this guy's been starting some forest fires. So he, yes, ate him to death. Ate him to death. He was found 2 days later, dead from eating. Not something that I would think is very pleasant. But clearly that's evolution at work. If PETA had their way, then Michael Vick might see the same treatment from a pit bull. The really ironic part of the whole Michael Vick saga is the 50 pit bulls that were found on his property are now property of the federal government. And, well, what are they going to do with them? Yeah, that's right. They're actually going to euthanize them. So thanks to Michael Vick, we not only have the brutal stories of drowning, electrocuting, shooting with guns, whatever happened to those dogs that was in that indictment. It was just too terrible to read. But now we're going to see a second dog holocaust coming from the federal government. Yeah, thanks guys. Tax dollars at work. That's really, really helpful. Speaking of guys in over their heads, John Overbay. I read your column. It was nice. That was a nice try. It's a good, college try. It's a good first attempt. But you might want to stick to your day job, my friend. That's not really going to do it. Not only did you have your numbers wrong, if you continue to write nerdy columns that are that ridiculously steeped in numbers, you're never going to have sex. Never. Ever. Okay? You need to calm down. You need to not do that. Take a cold shower, do something else, don't write that column. Speaking of columns, John Beasy, you want to come at me. You want to come at the dawn here. You want to challenge me. You remember the nostalgic days, the nice days when you were the only one writing columns, and I came in, the new kid on the block. I came in, I had a better column, a new and improved version of you. I'm funnier, I'm better, I'm wittier. I come with bigger words, better takes, everything. And what happens to you? Suddenly you just fly away. You're gone. No one's heard from you again. Sure, you won a fantasy championship, but you're driven out of the reporting business altogether. Now you want to say that I copied you? I mean, are you kidding me? That I didn't pick as well as you? Picking games doesn't matter. I mean, that's not what it is. I'm the most entertaining journalist in this business. I'm the most entertaining journalist this league has ever seen. Just ask Brandon. He'll tell you for sure. But now today I'm starting my video podcast. I'm miles ahead of you. I've outdistanced the competition. I've impressed everybody in this league, and I continue to be on top. This is going to be another year where you are dominated. So bring your weak columns, your weak takes back. I'm happy to see them. It just fires me up for the competition. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. Thanks for tuning into the podcast. Behind the Numbers will be back next week. Thanks for the preseason edition. Till I see you guys, happy spreadsheeting, and get ready for domination. I'm out.